We're here in Barcelona, the traditional home of great culture and great sport. And this weekend sees one of the greatest competitions in the world of show jumping. The Furusiyya FEI Nations Cup comes to a culmination. And wow, what a road it's been to a super last day. Steve, 8 teams had to qualify for the big prize money tomorrow. There was a lot of pressure on the 8 out of the 18 that came forward to be there.
Yes, I mean it was like the culmination of a Nations Cup 6 or 8 times over, because there were a lot of riders that really had to go clear to make sure of qualifying. We're quite used to in a Nations Cup the last rider in the anchor man having to jump a clear round to win a Nations Cup. This time it was like times 6 really, because they were fighting for 8 places, not just winning one Nations Cup. So it put pressure on an awful lot more people than it normally would do, and it made for fantastic viewing and show jumping.
Now, Brazil came out on top yesterday, but last to go was Alvaro de Miranda Neto, and a lot of pressure on him because they'd had an elimination.
Exactly. I mean, the one guy had a bad fall, you know, which was very unfortunate for them. Left them with that obviously being the discard score, but the rest of the guys, apart from one time fault, they jumped 3 clear rounds. It was a magnificent performance.
Let's have a look at Alvaro's great round.
The last 2 fences shouldn't faze him. He just wants a good shot in here and he's home and dried. Got away with it. This is going to take the lead. 81 seconds the time allowed. That'll be all right. Wow. How about that? What a result. What a result there.
Brazil
for Brazil
on 1 penalty.
We started very good. We know that we have a long way. We have top teams now to Sunday, but we are confident. We had a little bit trouble because one of our riders had a problem, and then we had suddenly 3 riders, but he's a very good boy, and we are sure that we can count on him now on Sunday.
And your round and Rodrigo's round were pivotal.
Yes, we had like Rodrigo being the first, you have a lot of pressure to get a good start, and as the last, I knew that I needed to do clear or 1 down, otherwise I could be out. But my horse, as always, is jumping so good, and then I know him very well, and I'm very happy.
The Netherlands finished second yesterday in the qualifying round, and first to go for them was Gerv Reiling. Steve, a great round from Gerv Reiling, but wow, pressure on Michael van der Vleuten.
2 fabulous rounds, you know. Gerv Reiling's horse, Boobaloo, is a fabulous horse. Jumps an awful lot of clear rounds. But, you know, young Michael van der Vleuten, I thought he was absolutely magnificent, because Verdi is a big, scopy, powerful horse, but, I mean, he wouldn't be the quickest horse in the world. And to get him round there inside the time and jump a clear round was a magic performance.
It was a super performance. Let's take a look at it.
Michael very much needs to keep an eye on the clock, because this horse is he's a big scopy horse, he's a big pedantic horse. He wouldn't be the quickest in the world, and he's having to just hold him off these fences, giving him a tremendous ride. Very talented lad is young Michael van der Vleuten, as was his father. He still is before him. But he has to really carry this horse round, and beautifully ridden down there. And now this is a real chance here for the Netherlands, a clear and a 5. And a clear round coming up here, surely, for Michael van der Vleuten. And a brilliantly ridden round there. Half a second inside the time.
Third in that top 8 was Belgium. Steve, we've seen some cracking young riders here. What about young Jos Verlooy?
There's several magic young riders here. You know, the next generations are all mapped out in front of you. But he's only a teenager. And to go and jump a clear round in a competition like this was pretty smart.
Huge pressure.
Oh, huge pressure, you know. I know he was one of several, one of many. But, you know, we've got a lot of, as you say, outstanding young riders here this week. And the way he handled himself yesterday, I thought, was a great augur for the future.
So a teenager got Belgium into the top 8. Steve, it's down to the last rider, with the exception of the Netherlands. I think it's down to the last rider of these teams before we can really know what it looks like the top 8 are going to be.
Well, exactly, you know. Canada have got to go as well. After they go next, you know, they've got to clear on the board. They've got to get a 9 to get rid of. But 2 very good riders to come. 2 good men. What a ride this man's giving this horse. Look at this for Belgium.
Well,
2 4s on the board, 2 fences to go. 81 seconds the time allowed. For a teenager, that was class.
For Ireland, it was all down to the anchorman, Billy Toomey, and his wonderful Tinker's Serenade. Another super round.
16-year-old chestnut mare and pulled it out of the fire again. Ireland needed to clear round. You know, 3 guys had already gone. They'd all had one down. They all jumped good rounds, but they'd all had a fence down. So, you know, Billy had to do it, and Ireland did very well indeed to finish 4th. That he can't have a fence down, he doesn't need saying, does it? Needs a good shot here. Got it. Oh, what a ride this man's giving this mare. All 16 years of age, of 2 fences, and gives Ireland a place on Sunday for sure. A brilliant round there.
France made the cut, finishing in 5th place. Great Britain were in 6th, and the pressure once again was on anchorman Scott Price, Steve.
And he came up with it again, didn't he? You know, I mean, he is... I said to Robbie Hoekstra, the British chef to keep yesterday, I think you found your new John Whittaker as the anchorman, you know, because he did it in Herning, he's done it again here, he's done it so many times now. He's so cool under pressure, you know, and Robbie says that he thrives on the pressure. He loves to go last. He loves to have the pressure on him, and it brings the best out on him. The top men do that, don't they? They rise to the occasion where it demoralises other people. He thrives on it, you know, and it's good to see from the British point of view.
So that's 6 of the 8 possible teams through to Sunday.
2 fences. 2 fences for Britain. Up and away he goes, and the time is all right, and Britain are okay.
So there were 2 spaces left to fill, and there were 3 teams on 9 penalties. United States of America, Canada and Ukraine. And it went right to the wire. It was the last rider of the competition, Eric Lamaze for Canada, who had to beat the time of 80.07 seconds of Beezy Madden to get into the top 8.
Giving this horse a great ride. Clear and 2 9s preceding him. Oh, beautifully ridden. In control. 2 fences. Oh, beautifully ridden round there for Canada.
The time that I had to go in was for sure clear, was a must, and then there was a time factor involved. He's not particularly a super fast horse, so but he felt I had a great warm-up, and I put a lot of pressure on him in the warm-up, and I think he sort of felt it and reacted as a proper horse. I'm very proud of him, and proud of all our team, and looking forward to being in the final.
And of course the final is a clean slate, so you all go in with the 0 points. So
yes, absolutely, and you know, I think could be anybody's day. You know, it's that's the beauty of these Nations Cup. You just don't know. It depends on a lot of things to go right, and sometimes just one thing to go wrong just ruins your day. So for us to be here without Ian Miller in the final is something incredible. I haven't been on many Nations Cup without him with great result, because he's always such a big part of any team that he's on. But as a team we did it, and hopefully it continues on Sunday.
So that's the top 8 teams who'll be battling out for the massive prize money on Sunday. Join us live at 15:25 Central European Summertime for the final of the Furusiyya FEI Nations Cup.